We all know them. We've all seen them. We've all been mauled to fuck by them. That's right, I speak, of course, of the Deathclaws. The reptilian / velociraptor-like bastards that have, since the first Fallout game, spread across and infested the waste more and more. Going from strange creatures wished about in hushed homes, to one of the most feared creatures in all of post-apocalyptic America, feared by all. But where do they come from? Are they mutation caused by radiation? Were they man-made? How does the species vary and how intelligent can they become? Let's find out. So the species as a whole is a mutation of the Jackson chameleon, which at first look is the most recognizable chameleon in the species if you ask people what the fuck is this animal. They were genetically engineered, with the addition of the DNA of several other creatures as well. This, along with the effects of mutation, means that they do not possess any color changing abilities. Thank fuck. They were designed by the American military to replace people in close quarter combat, and as you can guess by how quickly they can quarter you, they succeeded. Later, they were refined by the Master using genetic engineering, and became the savage fuckers that we see today. The Deathclaws are a lanky folk, standing at about 10 feet tall, and are built very similar to a brick shithouse. Their sense of smell and hearing are very acute, though their eyesight is crap. Some Deathclaws are even blind, though their other senses have increased to such high levels that it is almost impossible to sneak up on them. The claws, for which their name is derived, are like fucking hooks. Anywhere between 10 and 15 inches long, they allow the Deathclaws to skewer and shred whatever unfortunate sod stands before them in seconds. Their legs allow them to leap several meters, yes, meters, get your measurements right America, in seconds, closing the distance if their prey has got away. Their claws are most likely hooked for this reason, as if they catch their prey while jumping or running, the prey will injure itself further if they try to get away or struggle. They can be found wandering the DC wasteland almost anywhere at higher levels, and they're particularly prominent in Old Olney and the Deathclaw Sanctuary. Any real pack or group behaviour is not observed until Fallout New Vegas, where many more variations are introduced. An alpha male leads the pack, possessing much darker skin than an average member. He is the only one who gets to breed with the other female members. The greedy cunt. A mother is chosen from among the pack, though only one is appointed at a time. Their stomach is swollen, most likely from eggs, and they go apeshit if you kill their kids, which is understandable to be fair. The rest gather food and kill any unfortunate sod that wanders into the nest. Being descended from reptiles, they do lay eggs, and their young can be found near the nest with the mother. Now the question can be raised, why are there no packs like this in Fallout 3? Well, an arsehole would say, they didn't design it yet. Well, I say there's a better reason. In the Mojave, there is a presence of two large armies, the Legion and the NCR. Now, while the NCR does have a considerable presence, their troops aren't exactly the best equipped or trained, bar the Rangers of course. Although the majority of troops are focused on dealing with the Legion, not exterminating creatures. In Fallout 3, however, the Brotherhood does just this, directly protecting the people of the Waste, and they're far better equipped than the average NCR soldier is. The presence of super mutants would add in another powerful and well-armed party that are equipped to kill as well. For this reason, I think the population of Deathclaws in Fallout 3 has been decimated. As a result, no true packs have been able to form due to the constant hunting of them by the Brotherhood and the mutants. This also explains why they are not encountered randomly in Fallout New Vegas. The area has more pockets of civilized communities, and even though they're not a huge threat, the NCR patrols about the Mojave, wishing for shit like winter. Due to this, they can't just be roaming about the place, so instead, they go to the more uninhabited areas. This allows them to build up a stronger pack, large enough that, excluding a well-armed, large military force, will be safe from all forms of danger. Except in the case of Quarry Junction, they just decided to go fuck shit up and Shrek the place. What about intelligence? Well, they're smart enough to form a hierarchy pack, and in New Vegas definitely displayed above normal intelligence with the location of the packs. If you can catch a Deathclaw unawares, they can be seen either using their own nails or objects to sharpen them, which suggests that they not only know the significance of the sharpness of their claws, but they are aware when they're dull. They possess no vocal cords, but they can growl and shout, and the creepiest feature, however, is mimicry. Apparently some are able to mimic basic human speech, though how this would happen is unknown given the lack of vocal cords. Then again, they differ enough that one could have developed them. It's assumed that they use these to lure people into attack and kill them. And that creeps the fucking bejesus out of me. But this is all standard stuff. How intelligent can they become? As it turns out, quite. In Fallout 2, the Enclave exposed a group of Deathclaws to FEV. This increased their intelligence to that of an 8-year-old, and some to that of an adult. They gained the ability of speech as well, and their ability to learn and adapt was enormous. Oddly enough, the FEV did not make them sterile, unlike every other group of people that have been exposed to it. They also developed a code of ethics and morals. Fortunately enough, the group of highly intelligent killing machines never spread across the wasteland, or else everyone in it would be fucking dead meat. The Enclave also did a great deal of research into controlling and weaponizing Deathclaws. This happened mostly by abducting them and dissecting them. Cunts. Eventually they developed a domestication unit. This allowed them to use the Deathclaws as bioweapons, usually storing them near outposts as a last line of defense. Fortunately enough, we got a control scrambler that let us utilize these Deathclaws as our own personal weapon. The sad part is that, although it will become your close companion for a while, eventually the control scrambler will detonate the domestication unit, killing the Deathclaw in the process. Yeah, it's pretty sad when that happens, especially when you aren't expecting it. You turn around and your new killing machine's head explodes. Yeah. Creatures spawned and moulded by the need for war. Most likely by some fucking moron as how this was ever meant to be a feasible plan. Let's make giant fucking reptiles. I don't even know anymore. Vault-Tec pulls this shit and apparently everybody else did. What they were before the Master enhanced them is unknown. Perhaps they were not as dangerous or as bloodthirsty, but he footed around with them. And since then they have went from a legendary beast to creatures that are feared almost more than any other creature in the wastes. Creatures that sole purpose seems to be to keep us from getting where we want to go, and to sprint at us like maniacs and maul us to death. So this is the second really highly demanded Fallout creature feature. What other things should I take a look into? What strange theories, lore or legends have you heard about and want little old me to look into? Doesn't even have to be Fallout related. Well, if you do have a suggestion, leave a comment, as some of my best videos come from ideas that you guys have given me. If you want to support my channel, share my videos with as many people as possible. If you want regular updates, hit that sub button. I hope I see you in my next episode. And until then, goodbye.